investment, $380 million will develop Mombasa Creekside Gardens in Mombasa County, and $250 million will be utilized in Nairobi Arch Bellevue. In manufacturing, Syntex is supporting an $8 million textile and apparel manufacturing expansion. Elgon Kenya Limited is channeling $10 million to fertilizer manufacturing. Lineplast Group is committing $13 million to plastics recycling in Kiambu County. Milliglass SEZ Limited is investing $25 million in glass bottle manufacturing. MMP Industries is driving a $25 million bioethanol manufacturing initiative in Bungoma County. Lucky DJX is investing $65 million in solar and textile manufacturing. Full Care EPZ is rolling out $100 million to medical garments manufacturing. And Defki Group is investing $370 million in clinker manufacturing in Kitui County. In mining, Bururi Project by NGX Australia is channeling $350 million in the mining sector in Kericho County. Together, these investments are expected to generate more than 63,000 jobs in manufacturing, real estate, agriculture, healthcare, energy, mining, ICT, and BPO, driving growth across 10 counties and building the industries of the future, supported by government agencies and county governments. This is global confidence. This is strategic partnership. And this is investing in Kenya.
Your Excellency, sir, under your leadership, Kenya has been positioned as a prime, premium, and preferred investment destination from south of Sahara through the north of Limpopo to the end of River Nile. I submit.
As mentioned, we'll have two categories that are going to be recognized. The first category, Your Excellencies, with your permission, is those that represent high-impact investment and reinforce Kenya's position as a regional hub for high-value services and industrial production. Your Excellency, sir, the President of Kenya, I request that you come on stage for that part, as I will be calling them for that recognition. And to start, we'll start with Mr. James Mao, CEO of Syntex, and this is the manufacturing and textile apparel. If you may just come forward for recognition by His Excellency the President. Next, let's have Mr. James Donovan, CEO, ADEC Innovation. After the handshake, I'll request you come this way, sir. Come, if you may, yes, you may come this way. Next, let's have Mr. Bimal Kantaria, CEO, Elgon Kenya. Followed by Mr. Hugh Pyle, CEO, Blue Skies. Then followed by Ms. Mary Ngesho, co-founder, Lineplast Group. Followed by Mr. Rajesh Savla, Director, MMP Industries. Then Mr. Mohammed Rashid, Executive Director, Miley Glass SEZ. Followed by Leela Prasad, CEO, RVL Healthcare. Followed by Mr. Nirav Dave, Bounty Global Management, DWC LLC. And the last in that category is Mr. Chen Xiangchang, CEO, Lucky DJX. Now, the next 10 investment deals represent a 1.5 billion positioning Kenya as strategic investment hub across agriculture, mining, manufacturing, energy, and real estate. But before that, I'll request that we all now proceed for a group photo of the 10. If we may just go back and arrange ourselves for a group photo before we take our seats. 5 on one side, on the left, and 5 on the right. We can have the lady next to the president for gender balance. As I can see that it's a very testosterone-filled group. Thank you. You may now take your seats. Your Excellency, the next 10 investment deals represent a 1.5 billion positioning of Kenya as a strategic investment hub across agriculture, mining, manufacturing, energy, and real estate. And I'll start with Mr. Edward Walsers from Globelec. Kindly. After the handshake, please proceed to the extreme left, just like we did with the other team. Followed by Mr. Wu Jianfei, CEO, Full Care EPZ Limited. Mr. Wu Jianfei. Let's also have in tow Mr. Koima Lagat, CEO, Balma Healthcare. Mr. Pius Silas, CFO, Tana River Sugar Company. And I hope I pronounced it right. In Kenya, we call him Pius, but I understand it's Pius, depending on which school you went to. Then followed by Dr. Sambavisa Rao, Executive Director, Tana Bliss Kenya Limited. Then representative of Sukari Industries Limited. And in the manufacturing of sugar processing factory. Followed by Mr. Peter Fox, Executive Director, Bureri Project by NGX. Then Mr. Narendra Raval, Chairman, Devki Group. And last in that category, Mr. Graham Al-Mazrei, Chairman of Al-Asab Real Estate, Mombasa Creekside Gardens. Then I'll humbly request that we all now come in for the group photo. So 5 on this side, 5 on that side. 5 on each side. And at this point, I'll just say behind every man there's a strong woman, because I can't see any ladies there. So there must be some very strong ladies behind all these men. Thank you. That brings us to the end of this session, but I'll request that we end with the 2 anthems. We'll start with the Mozambique national anthem, followed by the Kenyan anthem. So let us all be upstanding as we now come to a close with the
put your money and to do business.
Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Your Excellency Chileshe Kapwepwe, COMESA Secretary General, all Cabinet Secretaries present, led by Honorable Lee Kinyanjui, Cabinet Secretary for Investment, Trade and Industry, all Principal Secretaries present, all governors present, Your Excellency, ambassadors and high commissioners, and members of the diplomatic corps, sponsors and partners of this great event, all investors, both local and international. Welcome to Kenya International Investment Conference 2026, themed investment opportunities to drive Kenya's transformation. Your Excellencies, with your permission, allow me at this point to invite Mr. John Mwendwa, is the CEO for Ken Invest, to make some brief welcoming remarks. Let's welcome him with a clap. Welcome, sir.
Your Excellencies, allow me to ride on the protocols already established. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this fourth international conference for Kenya. We are privileged this morning to be joined by delegations from 68 countries, 25 from Africa, 28 from Europe, including the UK, 6 from Asia, 4 from the Middle East, 4 from South America, and of course, the United States of America. This is a powerful affirmation of Kenya's growing relevance in the global investment landscape. And as we all know, capital always has options, but today it has chosen to be here, and that really matters. Now, ladies and gentlemen, conferences often develop a certain reputation. Good sessions, engaging panels, and of course sometimes excellent coffee and tea. Yes, in this session, over the next couple of days, the coffee and tea will remain, proudly Kenyan, of course, but we have infused something different in this conference, some real focus on tangible outcomes, which we trust you will experience over the next 3 days. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to turn your eyes to the screen as we showcase a short video on Kenya's investment dynamic. I thank you.
Kenya, the largest economy in East and Central Africa and the 6th largest on the African continent, offers investors a stable market growing at a rate of 5% annually. This isn't just a place to pause, it's a place to scale. Located at the heart of Africa, Kenya is an established and mature democracy with over $50 trillion in global market access and trade corridors connecting economies and people. Kenya offers scale, stability, and speed for global. The continent's digital gateway, ranked #1 in Africa on startup funding. At the Nairobi Securities Exchange, capital flows with confidence, fueling enterprise and new frontiers of opportunity. One of the best performing stock exchanges in Africa. Supported by a robust banking and financial ecosystem, Kenya is a regional financial hub on the continent. Across special economic zones and industrial parks with progressive fiscal benefits, opportunities scale fast. Invest in Kenya for clear incentives, investor protection, and a robust legal framework. Our greatest strength is our people, young, skilled, visionary. They are not waiting for the future. They are building it every day in every corner of our land. Home to more than 300 multinationals and growing, and the only United Nations headquarters in the global south, including UNEP. Kenya stands as the environmental capital of the world. We are predictable, competitive, and open for business. Kenya offers high quality of life, vibrant cities, world-class hospitality, and extraordinary natural landscapes. A place where global
startup, a media company, which we started and is the only US-based publication which started with an Africa edition from the very start. And that's because we believe, obviously, we believe in Africa, we believe in Africans, we believe in the promise of this continent, and we really believe in Kenya because we started our operations here with journalists here and colleagues here. This discussion we're about to have is really, truly at the heart of much of what we have been pursuing with Semaphore. We've told the stories of investment and the stories of, everything from technology and geopolitical expansion across the continent. And we really see global capital as key to the way the various countries of Africa develop and move forward. And what we're going to get into today is we're going to have exporters and investors, manufacturers, and service players on the continent, or in Kenya, who will get into the details of what we're trying to do here. I'm going to quote back the President's own words from the pamphlet that we have, that Africa is no longer on the margins of global trade. It's at the very heart of it. And Kenya is at the heart of that discussion, of what we're trying to achieve here. At this point, I think I'll get my panelists to join us. And I'll start off with James Donovan from ADEC. Please join me in welcoming. Miss Jane Karuku, Chief Executive of East African Breweries. Olivia Stretfield from Flamingo Group International. Shimao Fan from the World Bank. Much for being here. This is, like I said, an excellent panel, in different sectors of the economy, in different sectors of Kenya's economy, but also the sub-region. So, Ms. Karuku, I'll start with you, and you've just been involved in a very exciting transaction where ownership changed. Okay, there, we're back. What I would like to get into is, what does your transaction, where ownership change from Diageo to Asahi in Japan, what does that say about
history from Kenya since 1922, a truly Kenyan company. And our grandfathers, Diageo sold to another grandfather called Asahi from Japan at the 65% at the value of $2.3 billion. The currency is great for Kenya. This put the total enterprise value at $4.8 billion. So we are starting to get some currency, not shillings, but in dollars, which really means that we are truly into the world stage. And I think it gives us confidence as Kenyans, as Africans, because its employees are fully Kenyan, fully East African. Our consumers are from the region. Our suppliers are from the region. We always had the vision. We are now at 78% local content from flour, from farmers to any other supplier who comes into our ecosystem. We are then proudly, totally integrated. From farmers to
that we compete on the world stage.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, that is the ambition for all governments, all business leaders, is how we move up the value chain. It's the biggest challenge for all African countries, especially. James, I wanted to come to you before I get on to the World Bank, but I wanted to come to you first to just talk a little bit about your very particular sector, the BPO sector, which again is a huge bet on Kenyans, just to tie into what Olivia was talking about there. How is that sector developing? What are the advantages that Kenya has that has really sort of boosted your business? Because you started in the Philippines and you've moved here and expanded across the continent, but Kenya has been is a big bet for you.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for being here, President Dr. Roto, President Chapo. It's a privilege to be here, to be part of this small part of this story of Kenya. We started as a business process outsourcing firm 30 years ago, and about 13 years ago we looked at the continent and said, where could we sort of begin our footprint? And what we looked for is trust, partnership, all of the things that people look for at citing sort of a location. The established powerhouses in our business of back office historically were South Africa and Egypt. So those would have been natural locations for us to go to. But what we did is try to look for the what's next. So 13 years ago, we looked for that trusted partnership. And one of the things we do a fair amount of work with the UN, UNEP, UN Habitat. And to be very frank, there's been 60 years of a strong partnership with Kenya and the UN as a demonstrated platform. So we took that and said, this is a place that we'd like to